YouTube, what's up? What's up? Jamar here, Vegas Sense, and I'm actually on my way to getting in the bed here. And what I thought I would do, real quick here, is just make a nice little video here. And this is kind of similar to like the top bedtime scents, but in this particular video, I'm gonna be doing my top, I guess, penny dropping, um, you know, ready to get down to business type scents. The scents that you would wear when you're getting ready to do whatever you're getting ready to do with your girl. And I'm doing this particular video based on reactions that I've gotten from different women that I've had come over and just had them smell some of my fragrances. And I straight up asked them, which one of these scents would make you want to drop your panties. And they've been pretty honest about that. So this is going to be those scents that, they gave pretty high marks to. All right, so we're going to start off with this one here. Versace Eros, okay? So I know a lot of you all have probably heard a lot about this particular fragrance, Versace Eros. I just recently got this in a swap with somebody on the Alexandria Fragrances group. But this stuff, it smells very, very good. Yeah, it definitely smells really, really good. This, I would say, is probably your safest bet when it comes to, wanting to get a woman's attention or wanting to turn her on. Versace Eros, you can't go wrong with this. You might have to be a little bit easy on the trigger because this is a stronger scent. But yeah, women like really, really, really love this stuff. They really do. Okay, so that's gonna be the first one here, Versace Eros. Next one, and you know what? Really, I'm gonna say both of these. Okay, so Versace Pour Homme and Versace Pour Homme Dylan Blue. I've kind of gotten sort of the same reactions with really both of these. I prefer to wear, if I'm in that situation where I'm, getting ready to handle business with a girl, I would prefer to wear this one. Only because, it's a lighter, airier type scent. It does project pretty good when you first spray it on. But again, it is a lighter scent, and it really works good in like high heat. So, it's also a scent that I like to wear to the gym, or like when it's really, really hot outside. And I mean, it doesn't really last that long. So that's a good thing, I think, in those situations too, because those situations are not going to last for hours and hours. I mean, let's hope they're not. But the Dylan Blue, I've used it for those situations as well, and it works pretty good. This one is just a little bit thicker, a little bit darker, but I think either way you can't go wrong with either one of these. So if you only own Dylan Pour Homme and not Dylan Blue, that's still fine. You can use either one of these for both situations. Okay, so that's Pour Homme and Pour Homme Dylan Blue from Versace. Next one, and I also do this as another tie. So I have Armaf Ventana and I have Dior Sauvage. Okay, these two pretty much smell identical. Only difference is Sauvage is noticeably stronger when it comes to the projection. Definitely lasts longer on the longevity point. But women love, love, love this scent. Okay. Um, I've sprayed Ventana on, just after handling business with a girl coming out the shower, just sprayed this on and cuddled with her, and she said, "Man, you smell amazing." I would assume that I would get the same result from Dior Sauvage. Because like I said, they pretty much smell identical. Maybe even more of that reaction because Sauvage has the ambroxan in it. And I know women definitely are attracted to scents with ambroxan in it. So either one of these, you can't go wrong. This one here, the Ventana, you could definitely go, heavy on because it doesn't really project that much and it's super cheap. So it's perfect for those situations. Okay, so that's Dior Sauvage and Armand Ventana. Next one here, Burberry Touch. Women definitely love this scent. This is like, I would say, a timeless classic when it comes to just a really manly, mass appealing, kind of just woman pleasing scent. Women love this stuff. They really do. And it's just an easy to wear fragrance. Definitely you could wear this in, a situation where, you're getting ready to handle business. This is perfect for that. You probably don't want to go too heavy with this because this does have some spiciness to it. Maybe, I don't know, 2 sprays would be sufficient. Maybe even 1. But this is definitely perfect for those type of encounters. Okay, it says Burberry Touch. Next one, I would say this one should work fine for that as well. I would probably reach for the other scents before this one, just because they're, for the most part, a little bit lighter. But at the same time, women do love the scent. And this is Dolce & Gabbana The One Eau de Parfum. Just an all-around amazing scent. I haven't had a woman that smelled this that didn't like it. Or that didn't say that, yeah, this is something that would definitely get my pants to drop. So, definitely Dolce & Gabbana The One Eau de Parfum. So now I'm going to come down to my Alexandria fragrances collection. And out of these, I'm going to go to Brasilia Privé. Okay? And no, this is not a 30 ml bottle. This is actually a 60 ml bottle. I went ahead and got 2 bottles here and just used like a little syringe, put it in this empty 60 ml bottle, took the label off of one of them so I would at least know for sure in the future what this one was. But gotten some good reactions off of the Brasilia Privé. This is Hani Hafez's interpretation of I believe it's the 11Z01 batch of Creed Aventus. It's definitely one of the most, I would say, well-rounded batches of Creed Aventus. It's not necessarily the fruitiest batch, not in my opinion, but it also is not really that smoky either. So it kind of, it draws just I think overall it draws different things from, different batches of Creed Aventus and kind of mixes it together. But I would say the one thing that it probably leaves out a little bit is the smoke. Because again, this one is not very smoky at all. It doesn't project as loudly as Brasilia. It's not as heavy on like the really, really sweet pineapple in the opening. But like I said, it's just a very well-rounded, all-around great scent. Um, I would say maybe one spray of this or so should get the job done. One and a half or so max. And it really it definitely does pretty good in the heat. So I would say this one would be the Brasilia that you would want to wear in high heat, and Brasilia, the original, that one would be the one that you could wear all year round. So in the cooler months, like fall and winter, spring, and then I would say this one right here, Brasilia Privé, which strictly kind of be for the warmer months, especially out here in Las Vegas. Plan to wear this one quite a bit when it gets to be 100 plus degrees. All right, so that one is Brasilia Privé. Next one here is gonna be Homme Classique, which is YSL L'Homme interpretation. Doesn't smell 100% like YSL L'Homme. It smells closer to L'Homme now that I've let this bottle age for probably about a month or so. The only difference between this and I have a 2009 version of YSL L'Homme in a sample. Only difference is this is actually fresher. So you get more of an emphasis on like the fresh ginger note in this one. That comes across and it stays there for pretty much the entirety of the life cycle of this fragrance. Other than that, I would say it's like, I don't know, 90 to 95% YSL L'Homme, which is definitely enough to purchase, I would say. Definitely considering the fact that all of the most recent versions of YSL L'Homme have horrible performance. I get worse performance out of a modern batch of YSL L'Homme than I do La Nuit de L'Homme. And everybody knows how much we complain about the performance with La Nuit de L'Homme. With L'Homme, I only get maybe, 2 to 3 hours with that particular fragrance, which is just pathetic. With this, I get at least 8 hours at least. Okay, and like I said, it is a fresher scent. So this one is definitely good for heat, and I plan to wear this one a lot in the spring and summer as well. Okay, so that's Homme Classique. Next, we have Hani's version of La Nuit de L'Homme, Ombre Noir. And the same thing kind of goes for this one that goes with Homme Classique. This one, when you smell it compared to La Nuit de L'Homme, which I don't have a vintage version of La Nuit de L'Homme to compare the smell to. I only have a most recent version. I would say this is, so far anyway, and I mean, I haven't had this bottle, I don't think, a full month. So if this is a fresh batch from Hani, haven't been able to smell this one completely aged. But so far, this smells like definitely a more fresher version of La Nuit de L'Homme, a little bit lighter and airier. It also smells a little bit greener. There's like some sort of greenness that this particular fragrance has that La Nuit de L'Homme doesn't have. I kind of got the same thing from my Homme Classique when I first got it. So I'm hoping that after this bottle ages, however long it takes, Homme Classique took about a month or so. I'm hoping that greenness kind of goes away, because it does kind of throw you off a little bit. But with that being said, I do think that this would still be a great fragrance for those type of situations, especially because this isn't as powdery as L'Année Nuit de l'Homme smells. Like, as a matter of fact, this doesn't really smell powdery at all. It definitely it smells just lighter, airier, and fresher. And for those high heat situations where you're sweating, she's sweating, I think this one does, pretty good job in that particular situation. Okay, so this one is Ombre Noir. And last but not least, my last one here from Alexandria Fragrances is Crystal Peak. And this one is their interpretation of Creed's Silver Mountain Water. So this one has the black currant, which is, one of the main things that you smell in this one, along with the green tea note. Just an amazing fragrance, really light. I would say about 2 sprays or so of this, and you're pretty good to go. And women love this scent. They really do. Had a girl over here the other day, just had her smelling these, and I had her smell this, and she was like, oh wow, like, she wanted to wear this one. She really did. She ended up wearing my California Winter 2018 instead. But I think that this would be a better scent for like a romantic, close encounter or something like that. So Crystal Peak, again, it's their interpretation of Creed Silver Mountain Water. Haven't actually smelled the original Silver Mountain Water, so I can't really compare or tell, how close this is to Silver Mountain Water. But I do plan to maybe get a sample here in the future and kind of compare it. I want to do that with really all of these interpretations that I have from Alexandria Fragrances, and really let you all know just how close they really are to the original thing. Okay? Because I think that would really be useful to a lot of people that are just wanting to smell like, some of their favorite scents, but they don't want to spend, $300-400 on them. Okay, so that's, again, my last one, Crystal Peak. Let me know if you all agree with these scents here that I just named for, like a sexual encounter, romantic encounter, whatever you want to call it. Let me know if you all agree in the comment section. And again, it's Jamar, Vegas Scents. I will see y'all in the next video.